Ooh, y'all. The Shy Season 6, Episode 3, House Party. Lots of conversations being had. Good ones that was very necessary. I'm trying to keep this brief. Keisha and Emmett have moved into their house, so they're having a housewarming party. We see Papa is at the Smokies, him and that little girl. A customer comes in being rude to her, and he stood up for her, and he put the man in his place in a very respectable way, which was great. We see the housewarming party. Keisha invited some girl that used to be her best friend, and Emmett invited some guy that he went to high school with that used to be his homeboy. They come to the party, and Keisha and Emmett both realize they've outgrown those friendships. Because the girl just kept wondering who was paying the bills, how much was they paying, and all that kind of stuff. And Keisha just looking like, what? But anyway, Duda shows up to the housewarming. He comes in, and everybody just get quiet and look at him. In the Shy group on Facebook, somebody said they felt like that was foreshadowing of Duda walking into a room of a bunch of murder suspects who gonna potentially kill him. And I said, I can see that. I can see it. But he gives Emmett a gift. They go into the bedroom. It's a gun. Emmett said he don't want it. Duda said he need it. Duda leaves. Emmett puts the gun in a freaking bottom drawer of the night table next to the bed. Then we see Keisha lay little Ronnie down for a nap on that same side of the bed with that night table. When I tell y'all I could not relax and enjoy this episode, because I kept thinking that daggone baby was going to get to that gun and shoot himself. I was so nervous. We see Keisha come out the room and Nuck is right there. And he got the gumption to apologize to her. He feels it's his fault that she got kidnapped, because that night that she was leaving out, she was leaving to go meet up with him. And he didn't pick her up. And he felt like if he did pick her up, none of this wouldn't have happened, and she wouldn't have had no Ronnie. So she accepts his apology, and she says she forgives him for it. Then we see Nuck and Rob have a conversation on the front porch. This episode should have been called The Conversations, or just Conversations. We see Nuck have a conversation with Rob on the porch. Rob starting to question about what happened to his uncle. Nuck says this lie that Q owed a lot of people money. Well, that wasn't necessarily a lie. But when Rob said something about Duda, Nuck's response was, well, Vic, he stole some money from from Tracy and Senna, so maybe Vic did something to him. But when he was saying this, he couldn't look Rob in the eye as he said it. He turned his head. So I feel like that didn't go over Rob's head, but also Rob paid attention to the fact that you couldn't look him in his face. So I felt like Rob got his answers about what happened to his uncle from that right there. You won't look him in the face. So that confirmed to him that it was Duda who killed his Uncle Q. And like I've been saying to other people and on the chats and everything, I feel like they're going to have to stage a coup, and Nuck going to have to turn on Duda. Bakari going to have to turn on Duda. Like, they all going to have to come together to take out Duda. That's what I think. But if they take out Duda, who going to be the villain of the show if they do that? Because you need a villain, So, I don't know. That conversation is over with, and I forgot to mention, in his conversation with Keisha, I feel like Nuck would do what he has to do to protect her and look out for her too, because he feels obligated because he felt like it was his fault that she got kidnapped. So Keisha overhears EJ call Lil Ronnie a bitch. She get upset. She have a conversation with Emmett about it. Says he need to talk to Tiff about the type of music or whatever it is that they saying around EJ, that he would repeat something like that to her son. She felt the way about that. And I get it. Excuse me. So, they all are in the kitchen at once, and they do have a conversation about it. And of course, Tiff is upset in her feelings, because it's like, how dare you try to teach me how to raise my child, you know? But when the party was over and they was in their car and they was playing some song, what Keisha said hit her, and she changed that radio station so EJ couldn't listen to that song. And I liked that when they was having that conversation in the kitchen and they was laughing like it was funny, when Keisha brought it up, Rob saw the look on Keisha's face and realized, no, this ain't funny. And he was like, took up kind of like for Keisha, like, no, she got a point though, basically affirming Keisha, which was great. We see Emmett have a conversation with Kevin because he saw Kevin making googly eyes at Maisha. Emmett talked about being the person that was bullied at school, and that's what drove him to become a ladies' man. And Kevin said he felt like he doing the same thing, but he really liked Maisha, so it's a for real thing. But they still trying to figure it out. We see they're going darn now. Who was it? Sitting down having that conversation. It was Darnell. Yeah, it was Darnell, Shaw, and D-Ray character, which is the guru. He the brokest guru there is, isn't he? Emmett listening to him, and he don't even have his life together. You taking advice from this man and teachings from this man, and this man ain't got his life together. He had to bum a ride with Shaw to come to the housewarming. But they having a conversation, and the whole time I'm nervous. Because like I said, I'm thinking that baby in the bedroom with that gun, and he gonna wake up and be meddling through things and touch it. But we see Darnell, when Doodah is going to the car to leave, Darnell comes outside and approaches Doodah, and he lets him know, I know who you are, and that's my son in there. Don't get my son wrapped up and caught up in your shit. I ride for mine. That's my son. And he won't be needing this housewarming gift either. And he picked up his shirt and let him know that he took that gun. Doodah got in his face, blowing cigar smoke in his face. But I think Doodah respect where Darnell coming from. Because Darnell said, if anything, I'm riding for my son. If anything happened to him, his girlfriend, or any of them kids, it's going to be me and you. And I'm going to be the one to kill your ass. And I was like, woo. And that they had discussed in the Shy group that, what if it's Darnell going to be the one that killed Doodah? Now people nervous for Darnell. Because Darnell said, don't let that earpiece fool you. You pulled it off. I was proud of him for that. Because somebody needed to say it. Like, Doodah is intertwining himself up in everybody's life. We saw that Lene, because Bakari came to the housewarming too. And of course, Lene going to be there. Because she was there with Nina and Dre and Kevin. So Bakari come, and her and Bakari go on the porch and have a conversation. And like what her brother said to her about dealing with street dudes, and he don't want her getting locked up for no street dude going to jail for him or getting hurt, because that's all they do is hurt you. And she tried to break up with him, and he was like, but you knew what it was when I first approached you to get with you. You knew what it was. And he kept trying to convince her he just doing what he got to do with Doodah till he get enough bread up to get up off of Papa's couch, and he gonna go strike out on his own and do something on his own. But he just don't even realize, when Doodah got you in his crosshairs, in his web, you not leaving. You in for life. The only way out is death. And Bakari just don't see that. And that really sells home the point that, or my theory is, Shaw gonna get himself hurt trying to do something to help out Bakari. Because I feel like when Bakari saw Duda approach Mr. Stanley, which is Papa's daddy, in the previous episode, that shook Bakari because Bakari looked at Mr. Stanley like a dad. Because he feel wanted, and he feel loved, and he feel part of a family. And that's what he really wanted. So I'm nervous. I feel like Duda gonna try to make Bakari kill Stanley or do something to hurt Lene, like do something to her brother. I don't know. But why would Duda have Lene's brother in his crosshairs? I don't know. But yeah. This was another good episode, y'all. The Shy season 6. Who would have thought the Shy would have took this path and took on this turn, you know what I mean? After Jason Mitchell, who played Brandon, left the show. And he killed off Rage. Excuse me. Oh, we also saw that Vic had a conversation. I forget what his girlfriend's name is, but he wants her to move in, and he's talking about Jake moving out soon. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, this was a good episode. What did y'all think? Do y'all think Duda is going to be murdered off of the show? There's a lot of people speculating that there's going to be a big death. They said they saw in the season 6 super trailer that there was a casket and Emmett was carrying the casket. I didn't see that. I went back and looked at 2 different trailers today, and the trailers I saw, you know what I saw? I saw that Shard gonna crumble and go back to a life of crime and start working with Duda. That's what it looked like to me. That Shard gonna work with Duda. And it looks also like there's a confrontation between Emmett and Duda because you see them in each other's face. But then I saw something where Emmett get punched in the face by somebody. And I'm trying to figure out who that was that hit him in the face. So, I don't know. I don't know if Duda actually gonna die. Or maybe it's gonna be Rosalind. Because we see Rosalind coming back. Maybe Rosalind gonna be the one that take Duda out or do something to get Duda out the picture. Who knows? But it's shaping up to be good. I can't wait till they square off and get those contracts signed and get everything together with SAG-AFTRA and everything so that they can go back and film the rest of the season, because this season's supposed to be 16 episodes and I think they only got 8 episodes filmed so far. And then the strike happened and they couldn't go into... They had to halt production because of the strike, so... what y'all think? Y'all let me know. Till next time. See ya.